When he bites you, you heal his trauma. That's the simple yet unique premise of this obscure Japanese otome game. Fan service for all biting fetish fans, or the intricate study of mental health issues. How do these two aspects go together anyway, you might ask? Let's start from the beginning of the story. Our heroine is Mashiro, a university student of arts and fairy tales, who suddenly gets transported into the mirror world, where she meets the hidden, vulnerable sides of the love interest. All have a hidden trauma they cannot accept, and it's her obligation to find her destined partner and help him solve his mental issues. What would be your average trauma therapy otome game? Looking at you, sympathy kiss? Gets a unique twist with this mirror world, which is like the subconscious. And of course the unique selling point of this game, the biting fetish of the LIs. When the LIs bite the heroine, that alleviates their trauma. Typical otome game reasoning. Can this really be a sensitive portrait of mental health issues? How do you feel after playing this game? I don't know. Empty. She'll discover the dark sides of Kaine, a famous tsundere artist the MC admires, Yuda, her kind professor, Nazuki, the charming actor, Saji, the cute host, Shikimi, the mysterious tattooist, Yori, the protective police officer, Utsuro, the calm pomegranate seller, really, and Maki, the guide through the mirror world. And you counted correctly, 8 LIs are waiting for their salvation, through biting you. And the first ones I actually enjoyed, discovering their secret and loving them with all their edges. That's such a wholesome concept. But with each next LI, the concept got more and more repetitive, be it the traumas, or be it what actually happened in the roots, as the same main events happened with all LIs, like watching fireworks 8 times with a different guy. And some roots seemed like they were written by 2 writers, suddenly overturning the concept of healing psychological trauma, and thereby screwing the motive of the whole game, for the sake of a nonsensical plot device. I want to make a review about it, but I feel nothing. How do you feel about that? Nothing. This game is purely character driven, figuring out the ally's trauma and healing it bit by bit, or should I say, bite by bite. And yet loving them with all their edges, which is such a wholesome concept. What stood out immensely to me though, is the quick pacing of each route. With 8 allies to date, there is no time to waste. So literally every minute of this game is spent with your ally. There is no useless filler dialogue, or no scenes with sub-characters nobody cares about. Every minute is spent bringing your ally ice cream, as there is apparently no better cure for trauma than love and ice cream. And gladly everyone highly appreciates you working part-time in an ice cream parlor, so you can supply everyone with ice that is good for heart and soul. If then literally every scene is with your ally, the chance is high for romantic scenes. And I'd say it's an overall romantic game. Being together all the time, obviously you have to fall on top of each other at some point in time. Everything else just wouldn't make sense. So really was satisfied with the amount of physical contact, kabedon and yukadens of all kind. For most characters, their roots were about their psychological trauma. The MC has to heal with compassion and empathy, and love to help the allies accept themselves, while others solely relied on fairy tale logic. Heal everything with the power of love! I mean, frankly, I don't watch Sleeping Beauty or Snow White and be like, but he can't wake her up with a kiss. That's pretty illogical, you know. Who even wrote this story? So as nonsensical as some stories were, I still like them for the love story they try to tell. I've seen so much in this game. Sadness, anger, despair, love and acceptance. And yet, when I want to write a review, the sheet is empty. And the white paper staring at me in disdain. I still feel nothing. And like a good fairy tale, the game also features some symbolism. And I had a lot of fun figuring out the designs of the LIs in their mirror world, and even why they chose to bite in a certain spot, because it does make sense sometimes. And the biting really fulfills multiple functions. Here we go, analysis of fan service. Not only does it heal the allies' trauma, it also serves as punishment for the MC, who smells like pomegranate, the favorite fruit and symbol of this game, who is alluring to their eyes with her sweet smell, so they almost can't hold back on biting her. These moments are impressively staged with the heroic choice between crime and punishment. Crime means the MC doesn't want to be bitten, and punishment means she accepts his pain with his bite in order to heal him, and is punished with the immense pain of biting herself. For what is she punished though? That's up to you to find out. But you see, the biting scenes are the climax of the game for multiple reasons. The symbolic meaning, the importance of biting and healing for the plot, the connection to the truth of the mirror world, and last but not least, hearing the voice actors moan and slurp. Biting fan service for you! And of course, you'll have to find out the truth about the mirror world, which was easy enough to guess, which I appreciate because I feel smart for once. But at the same time didn't follow any consistent logic, and felt like forcefully staged in order to tell this twisted and quirky fairy tale. And I wonder, am I still lovable, even if I make bad reviews? Will people still watch my videos? You're okay, even if you make bad videos, no one watches. I am. And at least you know you have your patrons behind you, who support you so much. What also emphasizes the fairy tale character of this game is the surreal art style, though in theory this game has a contemporary setting. The sprites and CGs don't look realistic at all, even less of course in the mirror world. I mean, look at his teeth. What happened there? He's a good guy though. The music ranged from sweet elevator to bombastic biting orchestra, thereby complementing the surreal atmosphere of the game. Also, the voice cast is as stellar as ever. My favorite moans were by the same voice actor as Akaza. His deep voice and talent is just so delicious in those scenes. But also Kaine's voice actor, who also voiced my favorite character in No 9, Akito, or Kashka in Syndrome Palika, showcases his range of emotions which will give you goosebumps. Though also Nazuki's voice actor got a chance to show all his range, from cute and funny to cold and frightening. So like a mixture of Kuroba in Olympia Soiree and Ron in No 9. Biroshana fans can listen to Shigehida's voice actor in different shades as Utsuro, or Shungen's voice actor as the typical cute guy, as Saji. Yuda's voice actor also voices Hiroshi in Hanayaka, but his character didn't impress me much. Unlike Yuri's voice actor, you don't hear much these days. Maki also voiced Asagi in Lover Pretend, or Carla in Diabolic Lovers, and really did a great job voicing this maniac. And still I feel like I can only truly accept myself. The game seems at first like an intricate psychological study of real-world mental health issues, but later on reveals itself as a fairy tale. It's not immensely consistent, and a lot of plot elements rely on the power of love. So my answer is there is depth to this biting fetish. But it's not unbelievably intricate nor consistent, and their Snow White fairy tale truth seems slightly forced, but yet executed well enough to make me wonder about the truth and suffer with these likable characters. And despite its weakness, I can't deny this is a very unique otome game experience. While I might forget some roots, I certainly won't forget the game overall. With this unique biting mechanic, symbolism and justice choices, which totally reminded me of Sandiran Palika, which also has a twisted fairy tale setting, this time it's Cinderella, and it's also very much about healing the allies' trauma, and the surreal animations and justice choices bear a really close resemblance to Kyoukai no Shirayuki. And that's to no surprise actually, as it's by the same director. So for another twisted fairy tale, check out Sandiran Palika to find out what the secret of the glass Cinderella is. Truly accept yourself.